Okay, welcome to lesson 74 for 4th grade, and your topic today is fraction of a set. So in a fraction of a set, we've talked about fractions being part of a whole. So if we had 3/4, we would say we had 3 out of 4 pieces. So we might look at it like this and have 1, 2, 3 pieces shaded in out of 4 in one whole. So that's what we've been doing a lot of. But what about fractions of a set? So in fractions of a set, it means that you have whole things. I like to think of Legos as fractions of a set a lot of times, because you might get a Lego set and you have 24 pieces in your Lego set, and you have 5 of those pieces that are black, or 5 of them that have maybe 4 squares on it or 4 pegs on there. So you can think of it as, it's not a fraction of a Lego, but it's one Lego, which is a part of a set. So when we look at that idea, let's say we have, let's put marbles on the board, okay? So here we have some marbles. And how many marbles do I have? Well, let's count it out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 marbles. Okay. So if I say that 2/7 of the marbles are blue, if I say 2/7 of the marbles are blue, what that means is that 2 out of every 7 marbles are going to be colored in blue. So right there we have 2 out of 7 marbles are blue, or 2/7 of the marbles are blue. If we look at maybe a situation where we have a class, so let's say we have 17 students, and out of those 17 students, let's say 4 have birthdays in March. What fraction of the students do not have birthdays in March? So if we say it as a fraction, well, how many students are in our whole class? In this situation, it says that there's 17 students in the class. So we have 17 as our denominator. And then if we say, well, what fraction of them are not in March, and the key word there being fraction, not how many of them are not in March, but what fraction of them are not in March. Well, these are the ones that are in March, so we just subtract from there. We get 13. So 13/17 of the birthdays are not in March. And that's kind of how we would do that. I'll give you a different example. Let's see if you can figure out the answer to this. Okay, so we're going to move our board here, and we'll put some things on there. So let's say we have some cards. We're playing a card game, and this is what we have. All right, so we have those cards. My question for you is, what fraction of those cards are blue? What fraction of the cards are blue? What fraction of the cards are green? And what fraction of the cards are red? So what fraction are blue, what fraction are green, and what fraction are red? Well, if we look at, first we have to figure out our denominator. So we look at this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So 6 is my denominator. And how many blue cards do we have? We have 2. So 2/6 would be the fraction of cards that I have that are blue. If I look at the green, what fraction of the cards are green? What fraction of the cards are green? That would be 3 over 6 because we still have 6 cards. That green's not too dark. Let me use the other green here. We'll make that a little bit darker. 3/6 are green. And then finally we said what fraction is red. Well, our red ones, we have 1 red card still out of 6 cards. And if we add up those numerators, 1 plus 3 plus 2, it should give us the number we have as our denominator. So whenever we're looking at something, just like in our example up here, we had 13, we had 4. When we add those two pieces together, it should give me my denominator if I'm looking at one whole of something, a whole group of something. Okay? Again, that's your lesson for today. Let's just review it through quickly. So when we have a group and we're looking at fractions, however many is colored in as our numerator, or if we're saying how many are not blue, we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/7 are not blue. And then we have the denominator being how many do we actually have. And just like we said here, looking at what fraction of a group do we have. So you have 1/6 of our cards are red, 3/6 of our cards are green, and 2/6 of our cards are blue. That's lesson 74, and I hope you're having a great day.